So, you know Nokia for their nearly indestructible phones, right? But did they actually sell toilet paper? Yep, they did. Back in 1865, Nokia was a humble paper mill in Finland, producing everything from writing paper to toilet paper. It's surprising to think that a company once supplying bathrooms across Europe would go on to connect millions worldwide. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Eamer here. Today, we're diving into the surprising and sometimes bizarre beginnings of some of tech's biggest names. From the first ever mobile call, a power move directed at a rival, to an online retailer that almost went by a name more suited to a cadaver. Let's get started. Take a closer look at Nokia's story. Long before they were making nearly unbreakable phones, Nokia's roots were deep in the pulp industry. We're talking 1865, Finland. Founded by Frederick Idestam, Nokia began as a wood pulp mill, creating the raw materials for, you guessed it, paper. And not just any paper. It made everything from writing paper to heavy-duty industrial-grade stuff. And yes, even toilet paper. Imagine wiping with Nokia. It's a weird thought, right? But this wasn't just a side hustle. It was Nokia's bread and butter for decades. The paper business allowed them to expand into rubber, cables, and eventually electronics. The same company that once produced paper for European bathrooms eventually went on to connect people across the globe. Remember that power move directed at a rival I mentioned earlier? It was 1973, and Martin Cooper, an engineer at Motorola, was about to make history with the very first public mobile phone call. And who did he call? Not a loved one, not a colleague, but Joel Engel, his rival at Bell Labs, the other team racing to create a mobile phone.
Said, "Hi, Joel. It's Marty Cooper." "Hi, Marty," he says. "I'm calling you from a cell phone, but a real cell phone."
Now that's a power move. This wasn't just a technological milestone, it was a declaration of rivalry. Motorola had beaten Bell Labs to the punch, and they wanted everyone to know it. The Dynatac 8000X, that massive brick, became a symbol of the future. Stories like this highlight the bold, competitive spirit that drives innovation. Next up, let's dive into the story behind Firefox's iconic logo. We all know the Firefox logo, the fiery orange fox encircling the globe. Iconic, right? Except it's not a fox. Surprising, I know. The Firefox logo is actually a red panda. Firefox is another name for the red panda. During the design process, the creators decided the red panda's unique look and endangered status suited the browser's speed and unique approach to the internet. So next time you see that logo, remember the adorable red panda behind it. It's a fun reminder of how symbolism and design can change perceptions. And now let's take a look at Apple's first logo. Today we think of Apple as that sleek, bitten apple. But Apple's first logo was a far cry from the minimalist symbol we know today. Apple's first logo, designed by Ronald Wayne, depicted Sir Isaac Newton under an apple tree, moments before his discovery of gravity. Detailed and almost Victorian, it featured a Wordsworth quote, "Newton, a mind forever voyaging through strange seas of thought alone." But the logo was complex and hard to reproduce, so Steve Jobs asked Rob Janoff to create something simpler. The result? The bitten apple. The bite made it unmistakable as an apple and added a layer of meaning, information bitten into, fitting perfectly for a tech company. And finally, let's talk Amazon. Synonymous with online shopping today, but it almost went by a very different name. Jeff Bezos initially considered the name Cadabra, as in abracadabra. It was supposed to evoke a sense of magic, reflecting the vast selection he envisioned, but his lawyer quickly pointed out it sounded too much like cadaver. Not exactly the best name for an online bookstore, right? After abandoning Cadabra, he considered Relentless, which felt powerful but aggressive. Finally, he landed on Amazon, inspired by the world's largest river, symbolizing vastness and diversity. The A at the beginning was a bonus. It meant Amazon would appear at the top of alphabetized directories. So there you have it, 5 tech origin stories stranger than you might have guessed. From paper mills and rivalries to red pandas and names that almost didn't make the cut, it's proof that even the most iconic tech brands can emerge from the most unexpected beginnings. These stories remind us that innovation rarely takes a straight path. Sometimes, the companies that shape our world start from the most surprising places. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of tech. See you in the next one.